Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord, and whose hope the Lord is. For he shall be as a tree planted by the waters, and that spreadeth out her roots by the river, and shall not see when heat cometh, but her leaf shall be green, and shall not be careful in the year of drought, neither shall cease from yielding fruit. The heart is deceitful above all things, and desperately wicked. Who can know it? I, the Lord, search the heart. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doings. Come in, Winifred.
Actually, it's me.
Where's Winifred?
I have some news.
What? Don't tell me we're getting another visit from the beetle.
No.
Good. Is Vivian having a party? Send my reply, tell her I'll attend.
No, it isn't Vivian either. Although I have heard the stars lost all their money.
Oh dear.
Yes, poor Vivian is destitute.
I suppose I won't be going to the Stars' house for tea anytime soon.
I would suppose not, but you won't be taking tea at anyone's house here for a while.
What do you mean?
We are leaving New York for a time. Our newest client is in Boston.
Boston?
It is a man called Mr. Sullivan. He was your employer, wasn't he?
No.
Oh, really? I thought he was.
Not no to that, no to you. I'm not going.
Yes, you are. It's a stipulation. I order it.
Do they know it's me, Maggie, or do they think it's me, Armenia?
Armenia. Everyone in Boston still believes Maggie is dead, remember? You have nothing to worry about on that account.
They'll recognise me. I'll fall apart. They won't take me seriously. Everything we've spent nearly the last 3 years ingraining into me will be lost. I can't face them. I'm not going to Boston. I can't face Aunt. I can't look the Sullivans in the eye without trembling. And the servants. Oh, the servants. They'll know me in a minute. I can't go and I won't go.
Will you calm down? You're fine. I wouldn't recognize you having seen you before your great transformation. You do, however, have to visit the Sullivans as they are your clients, but I can do the talking at that point if you like.
You're about to say or?
Or you can have your moment to tower over them, both in power and position. They were above you before, that is true, but you soar above them now. You've told me how much Mrs. Sullivan disliked you. This is your chance. Treat her as she treated you for all those years. Make her feel inadequate and low and pressured.
Let me think about it.
We're going.
I'm not leaving my post. I shall be all the more surprised tomorrow.
Things don't always go the way we want them to.
I'm not leaving my post.
Thank you, Maggie.
I shall be all the more surprised tomorrow.
Thank you. What's that?
I got a letter this morning.
Maybe he left you something.
No. I'm not leaving my post.
I don't take you for granted.
I know.
It was supposed to be a surprise.
I shall be all the more surprised tomorrow.
Good. Well, things don't always go the way we want them to.
Kai, you're here. Kai? It's me, Kai. It's Maggie.
Maggie?
Don't you know me?
You don't look like Maggie. You don't look like her.
What do you... Oh. Just because I have changed my attire does not mean I...
No, it's not that. It's your eyes. Those aren't Maggie's eyes. You let me think you were dead. How could you?
I wanted to write to you. But if I told you of my living state, I would not inherit.
Where will it end?
What?
You would deceive me for money? Would you deceive yourself? Or have you already? What do you believe?
Aunt? Aunt!
Oh, Maggie, how I've missed you.
I've missed you too. What's wrong?
I'm mistaken. You're not Maggie. Please forgive me.
Aunt? Kai!
Would you have told me the truth if you thought you would never see me again?
I will see you again. I planned to return to Boston anyway, once I have no fortune. But Trivit plans to drive me there against my will.
What if you knew you would never see me again?
Doesn't matter.
My sickness took my life.
No.
Yes, I died believing you were gone.
No. This is not real. This cannot be real.
What do you believe?
This cannot be real.
Yes?
Can Miles come with us?
He's ill.
He's gone blessing.
He's a thief.
No one in Boston knows that.
Now, isn't that convenient?
Very. Please.
Fine. Winifred has had your bags packed since yesterday. We leave in the morning.
Thank you.
Impertinent. Stop! Did you read it?
No, I didn't open it.
I told you never to read this book. Why would you disobey me?
I don't know. Sometimes people want to do things they've been told they can't.
And sometimes the consequences of such defiance is a matter of life and death.
Life and death. It's just a book. One which you're making more and more curious by the minute.
I will not repeat myself. Do not read this book. Do you understand?
Yes.
to see you, Mum.
Armenia. Vivian, you look dishevelled.
Armenia, we've lost all our money. My father is in debt. I did not know we were spending more money than we had. The debtors came to collect, and that's when we all realized how truly out of hand things had become. First, the bank took all our furniture and our good clothes. Yesterday, we were removed from our home. I went to Rose to ask to stay with the Hargraves until our situation is once again secure. But the servants turned me away. Rose didn't even come to the door. Then I went to Olivia. She came to the door, but she called me many unspeakable things and slammed the door in my face. The rest of my family has been begging our friends to take us in, but no one will. And now, I humbly come to you, dear Armenia. You've always been the kindest of us. If there's no hope of you taking us in, then there's no hope at all.
Do you know, I used to be so envious of you. You were the favourite of all high society. You had the best clothes, the latest hairstyles. Your whole family was perfect. And now, look how the once great stars have fallen. Oh, and about your family staying here. I'm afraid there isn't enough room.
Vivian?
Do I know you?
Miles, you may have seen me around with Armenia.
I suppose I don't remember you. I'm sorry.
I heard about your financial situation. I didn't know it was this bad. Why are you here?
The bank took our house and no one will let us in to stay with them, so I came to see you.
If you can stay here. Of course you can.
Armenia said there isn't enough room.
That's not true.
I know. I think I might have said the same thing to her if our positions were reversed. Isn't that the saddest thing? I was horrible to so many people just because I thought I was better than them. What a fool I was.
I know of a place where you can stay.
Where?
The old house down on Canal Street. My gang and I live there. Just say my name at the door and they'll let you in. I had a key once, but lost it.
You own that house?
I don't own the house. I have an arrangement with the owner. I like arrangements. You and your family can stay there if you like.
Thank you. I'm truly grateful to you.
Why didn't you let the staff stay here? And why did you tell her there was no room?
Do you be quiet, Miles? Alright, now you can talk.
Thank you. Why don't you let the staff stay here?
Because? What would people think of me, letting those poor wretches into my house?
They would think you were kind and decent.
I know. How horrible. Miles, don't trouble yourself. I'm sure they'll find a place to suit them in their current societal position.
Do you hear yourself?
Well, I can't be seen helping them. They've been turned out into the street.
And whose fault is that?
Miles, perhaps you should lie down. You seem to be in too vexed and aggravated a state to be in my presence. Think what you could do to my complexion if you get me all in a dither.
I am vexed. It was in your power to help restore a family. granted a family that's made some mistakes. It was in your way to see them back into society, and you treated Vivian, your friend, as rubble.
I can't be seen taking that which someone else has turned away. If Olivia and Rose hear that I've taken a poor family in, I'll be shunned, excommunicated.
You don't know that.
And that's just what my friends would think. If the poor hear about it, they'll invite all their friends and start knocking down my door asking to stay here too.
What about me? I'm poor, you let me stay here.
Yes, well, you're different. You're refined.
Fine. Are you joking? The first time you let me into this house, you knew I was a thief, and yet you invited me in without a second thought.
That wasn't for you, that was for me. I needed something that was mine.
Something that was yours? All this time, I've been like a dog to you. A pet that you can dress up and make look more presentable to your friends. Maggie, what happened to you?
Miles, I didn't mean...
Are you two ready?
Miles, I didn't mean it. I'm sorry, will you still come with us?
We've a tight schedule to keep.
Yes. She's changed, Trivit. You've turned her into exactly what you wanted her to be.
Good.
Is that really what you wanted?
Just sticking to the plan. Are you cold?
No,
Well, you're trembling.
I'm nervous.
Well, quit that.
I admire how well you can turn your emotions on and off. Though I can do that with most of my feelings, anxiety is not yet one of them.
I don't turn them off. I simply hide them.
Same thing.
No, it isn't.
Who am I?
Oh, if he's forgotten who he is, I suggest we throw him out of the carriage at once. No questions asked.
Trivit.
I'm serious.
I mean, after I introduce myself.
You will not introduce yourself. The moment we get to the Sullivans, you will not speak. We don't have the time to fix your voice.
Fix my... Oh, you mean we don't have the time to make me sound like you? You know, I'm told that I'm rather good at imitations.
What about vocabulary?
I just find if I say enough words like marvellous, atrocious, jocular, loath, etc., people tend to think I'm worth listening to. That they get so confused that I just sort of glaze over and I can talk about nonsense for as long as it takes me to steal their watch.
Miles, you have brought up an interesting topic.
Have I?
Yes, you must promise me something.
All right.
While we're in Boston, you must not steal.
I promise that while we're in Boston, I will not steal. Promise, Maggie.
You could be an acquaintance that's attached to himself to us in Denver and just won't leave us alone.
Could be a street urchin turned philanthropist.
So the Vanderbilts would die if they heard you call yourself a philanthropist.
You could be my son, you look young enough.
Who's my father then, mother?
Oh, right. Forget that.
He could be my son.
But he doesn't look anything like you.
He doesn't look anything like you either.
I know it was a bad idea in every respect.
Or I could just be a friend.
Sounds fine to me. It's the truth and all.
Fine.
Who's Kai?
How do you... My letters. You read my letters?
I saw you'd written letters to your aunt and to someone named Kai. I wondered who he is.
Wait, you wrote letters to your aunt?
I have composed many letters which have not been mailed.
Ah.
So, who's Kai?
Kai is the son of my former employer. He was my friend.
Oh.
I haven't seen you smile like that in years.
Like what?
Like you're happy.
What were you thinking about?
I was remembering.
Maggie, relax. You can do this. No, you have to do this.